Hey there. Got another little review video here of a saber just finished. This one is kind of a mix. A couple of parts from the custom saber shop, and then aluminum and in this case brass tubing. So this is kind of in the same design as the aluminum tube series sabers that I had in the previous video. This one was built kind of as a prototype kind of thing to work out some ideas on those. I switched this up a little bit and uses a 12mm activation button instead of the much larger 16mm style. So it's kind of a little less obtrusive. I didn't have the proper countersink for those, so what I did with this one was to drill a hole big enough for the whole switch to fit through in the switch body piece here. So it kind of lowers its profile a bit, makes it a little more flush. This one I also cut the rear grip section to have some grips on it. Got a little carried away with it. The Dremel wheel got a little shorter, worn out on me. I didn't catch it in time and started hitting the piece with the chuck on it, so it's got its first battle damage, so to speak. I used a brass CoverTech knob. It's got permanently wired lithium-ion 18650 battery. Runs off a recharge port here. Some brass accent screws. This actually holds the switch body in place, because normally on these the aluminum tube series, the switch would lock this in place once you tighten down the nut. This one, the hole being big enough, the switch fits all the way through it. That wasn't going to work. It was still kind of loose and rattled, so I had to drill and tap that for a 832 screw. Did the same thing on the front to hold all this together. There's just multiple layers of aluminum tubing. You can kind of see the brass peeking through there. I thought it was an interesting little detail, so I left it like that. The blade socket, however, is not my usual aluminum tube style. This is actually the 1.18 custom blade holder, if it's available at the custom saber shop. The only other difference on this too is this does not use a crystal shard. This uses a Nano Biscotte V4. I got one in the May the 4th sale just to try one of those out. Just have some fun with it and see what it was all about. It's wired for RGB. I have a Tri-Cree red, green, and blue XPE2 installed. And to start this up, what we really need to do to bring it out of deep sleep, just push the button.
This party's over.
The font says out of that is obviously Shatterpoint. They're available on the, I put 3 of them that are from the default sets for the Crystal Focus. So that's the first one. And it's color mix for a purple, violet color blade, white flash. Kind of got a pink tone to it. Shut it off, press and hold it just for a second. If you want to go into silent mode, press it until it beeps. It's silent. You still have all your... just shuts the speaker off. To go to the next font, you gotta hold it longer.
Your overconfidence will be your undoing.
I believe that's Crucible. Found on the basic set for the Crystal Focus. This blade is kind of teal. You can see that in the reflection on the workshop mat here. And the third one is the, I believe it's Malign.
Now you'll see what a Sith is capable of.
Also from SWTOR. I'm kind of a fan. I played it like every day for a few hours. A couple hours anyway. There we go. Nice orange. Now, I suppose you don't like those. You want to change the sound fonts. Those TCSS trans white blades are a tight fit in that socket. Yeah, you just come back here and pop the line cap off. You can get your fingernail under it or something. There we go. There's a little white plastic retaining ring that holds the speaker in place. You can't actually use a speaker mount with these because the speaker is almost the same diameter as the ID of the tube. Let me get hold of the speaker and pull this out. Just kind of flip it up. And there's your board. And your SD card is right up in there. And the other plastic ring, it's held in place by the screw that holds the cover tech on there. That actually acts as a seat for the speaker to sit up against. That way it's held securely, and also, you can see it fits right in there. Holds it securely and seals it up so that you get your better resonance. And then this plastic ring is also held into place by the tabs on the end cap. There's no movement. The battery is a I believe it's 3,400 milliamp hours from TCSS hardwired. No, wait a second. On this one I use a 2,600 milliamp, so it's going to only run for about an hour and a half before it starts to lose its charge. So there it is. That is, I guess we'll call this BTS 1 brass tube. Saber series number 1. I think any further ones will simply look like the other ATS sabers, will only, with the same emitter shrouds and everything. So there it is. It's kind of a one-off. I was planning on keeping it, but I may end up putting this up for sale on FX Sabers. So if you might be interested in it, go check that out. Look for it in the Trade Federation there. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.